I've obviously done videos before where I've spoken about having an eating disorder. And I had it both ways. I had it where I couldn't stop eating, and then I had it where I couldn't eat at all. And the couldn't eat at all bit, the anorexia, went on for 8 years. And the thing is, not everyone likes it when things are going well for a person. Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So I thought I would do a life update. A lot of you may remember that things at the time were going really badly, and I thought I would just, you know, time's passed, and I thought I would just have like a cozy chat with you all where I bring you up to speed. And before I do that, the postman has just been. And do you remember I showed you these sneakers, which I like these so much. This is actually my second pair. I bought 2 pairs of these. And the reason why I bought 2 pairs is so that I have one for best, and then one where I don't care if they get a bit dirty because I'm walking around loads in them. So this is them, and I love the gold metal swooshes on there. I'll link to these below. These are really, really nice, and I will say with those, they come up around half a size to 1 full size too big, so size down. I normally take like a 40, which is a UK 7. I've taken a size 39.5, which is 39.5, which is 6.5. I could probably go down to a 6 actually, so maybe go down a full size. But the second pair, this is what the postman's delivered, are these, and I got these for the gym, and they have got a rose gold metallic tick on the side. They look like that underneath. And they're just kind of some plain, simple, I like the black and the white sole. Some simple sort of sneakers there, which I thought these would be really good for when I go on walks, but also, as I say, for when I go to the gym. They just look good, I think. So yeah, thought I'd show you those. But anyway, let's get on to this life update. So last time I spoke to you, things were going pretty badly, and that is an underestimate. To bring you up to speed, what had happened last year is that we've got pet rabbits, and they live in the house with us. They run round, they don't live in a hutch, they're free roaming, and they are very much like cats. And I think when you're an adult and you tell people you've got rabbits, I don't think people get it because it's assumed that they're like a child pet. But I would actually say that rabbits are not a good pet for children because they don't like being picked up. Not all of them like being handled too much. They're quite independent, and they're expensive to look after properly, and they live for like 8 years plus. It's not like getting a hamster or a gerbil or something. So people don't really get it, but we had 2 rabbits, and in August last year one of them died, and it was horrible. I mean, you know what it's like when you have a pet that dies. It just leaves a bit of a gaping hole in your life. And you were all so supportive when I spoke about it on here, because I wasn't worried, but I kind of thought, oh, you know, I don't want you to think that I'm being over the top about a rabbit, but what I was trying to say is that rabbit, Louis was his name, was as close to me as a cat or a dog. Same with David, and when he died, it was horrible. He got gut stasis because he stopped eating, and they couldn't do anything for him. And the vet said the kindest thing to do is to have him put to sleep. But the weird thing is I don't remember loads about it. Honestly, I feel like I blocked a lot of it out. Well, guess what happened next? About a month later, we were really badly missing him and missing having that extra energy around the house. So we thought, right, we'll get another rabbit. We got the sweetest little boy we called him Cooper. And I'll put in some videos of him here. He was a seal point lop rabbit. So he was slightly off-white grey rabbit with like a little grey nose and paws and tail. And he was so friendly. He'd climb all over you if you sat on the floor with him. He couldn't get enough pats. He was everything that is the opposite to Jessie. Jessie doesn't really like too much attention. She likes to be left alone. She likes to go about the house and do her own thing, but she doesn't like being patted. She'll actually run away from you if you pat her. We rescued her, and we've always wondered what happened to her to make her like that, because our other rabbits haven't been like that. But anyway, Cooper, we go on holiday, and Cooper's cool, Cooper's fine. And we put Cooper and Jessie with a rabbit boarder that we've always used for like the last 10 years. This lady is amazing, absolutely amazing. She's like a real rabbit specialist. Well, Cooper goes to her and with Jessie, and she phones us on holiday and basically says he's really ill and I've had to take him to the vet. PS, you've got a £250 vet bill to pay when you get back. It's fine, you know, when you have animals, you accept that, but it was all like a bit of a shock and a bit like, oh my God, he's ill. He was fine when he went to you. He died in her care. And the vet that she took him to suspected he had a twisted gut. And apparently there's like nothing they can do for that, because he had a hard lump in his abdomen. And oh, it was just awful, you know, to lose two pets so close together was miserable and horrible. Last year was pretty rough. Just work-wise, it was really full on. The economy was rubbish. Everything got super expensive. It still is. And then our pets died. It was just a rubbish year. Well, so far this year, things have picked up. God willing, things have picked up. So the first thing I want to say is, obviously, not for everyone, but no one wants to hear when things are going well. I think that is a thing. I think, particularly on social media, when there's a travesty that's happened, people want to watch. When things are going good, no one does. So I don't know how many of you, after me saying that, are still going to stick around. I appreciate any of you who do. The first thing that's improved is that we're both feeling better about the loss of our pets. It's taken months to get over it. We still feel really upset, particularly about Cooper, because Cooper was a baby. Louis, at least with Louis, he was in old age and we miss him terribly, but Cooper was a shock because he was literally 6 months old and we weren't expecting it. The other good thing, the other thing that's really good for me, at least, is some of you will know I went skiing at the beginning of February, and before that, I said to you, I've basically, well, not now, but I had put on 1 stone in weight, which I think is about 14 pounds. And I did it slowly from last summer. Didn't anticipate doing it. It was just a combination of, we went on a few holidays, we were eating a lot when we were going away, not exercising. Then Christmas happened. It was just like loads of things that kind of wrapped up into one, and before I knew it, I got on the scales, because I had loads of you saying, what have you done to your face? Guys, I put on a stone. Put on a stone. That's what had happened to my whole body. And I just thought, no, this can't go on. I don't want 1 stone to turn into 2, you know, I don't want that to happen. And I wasn't feeling very healthy in myself. I go skiing, and when I left, the outfit that I wore to travel, I put on to travel back. And I put on this outfit to come back home, and I was like, oh my God, it's really loose, you know, like round the waistband of my trousers was like a Slim Fast advert, you know, like really, really loose. The top I was wearing was loose. Everything was loose. And I got back home and David was waiting for me in arrivals at the airport, which I loved. I loved seeing his face. And he said to me, oh my God. And I was like, what? And he goes, you've lost weight. I can see it in your face. And then when I got home and I took off my big coat and he could see the rest of me, he said, oh my gosh, your body, it looks not just slim, but it looks muscly. Your legs look muscly. Everything looks like you've been working out a lot. And of course, when you go skiing, it's very heavily intense. We were skiing like 4 to 5 hours every day for 7 days, 6 days. And we weren't eating in the day because we weren't hungry in the day. We were just thirsty. So we were having breakfast and dinner, no lunch, working out solidly, like call it 4 hours a day. And when I got back, not only had I lost weight, but I felt amazing, because it wasn't weight loss. It was, I'd lost fat, but I gained muscle. And we've got these amazing weighing scales at home that tell you your, I'll link to them actually because you can get them on Amazon. They're brilliant. They tell you your body age based on your fat composition, how much muscle you've got, your skeletal muscle, your bone mass, your weight, does all of it. And at the bottom, it's really scary, it says to you, your body age is blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, I got on the scales when I got home and my muscle mass had gone through the roof. My weight had come down, my fat was down, my BMR, which is how many calories you burn without doing anything, had gone up. So I'm burning more calories doing nothing than I was before because I'm less sedentary because I've been skiing. And I thought to myself, I need to keep this up. So what I've been doing is this. Weirdly, I've been eating more than I would have eaten if I tried to go on a diet before I went skiing. So before I went skiing, I would try to diet by cutting calories and working out, doing cardio. Wrong. I was doing that and I wasn't losing any weight. I was probably gaining actually, and I just felt hungry all the time. So what I've started doing now is I'm doing a little bit of cardio, but actually for the most part, I'm doing heavy weight training. My legs have shaped up. My arms have shaped, like I've always had fairly muscly arms, but my arms have really shaped up. I've got my abs back again. Everything, I'm feeling amazing. I've lost weight. I've lost a few pounds now. Because I got to over 11 stone, guys. I mean, I'm 5'7", but I got to over 11 stone. And I'm now just a bit over 10.5 stone. So I still want to lose another half a stone. I want to get to like the top end of 9 stone is where I want to get to. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in kg or pounds or anything, but that's where I want to get to. And I did have one of you actually, and I wanted to like allay your fears on this. I've obviously done videos before where I've spoken about having an eating disorder. And I had it both ways. I had it where I couldn't stop eating, and then I had it where I couldn't eat at all. And the couldn't eat at all bit, the anorexia, went on for 8 years. It took me many years to get over it. And I've always said, I had my reasons why I went through that. You don't, in my opinion, you don't just become anorexic because you want to look skinny. There's always a reason behind it, and it's normally a coping mechanism for something else. Not always, I'm not saying that's the case for everyone, but in my experience, that's what I believe. I got through it and therefore got through the eating disorder. And I did have one of you on my last video where I spoke about my weight update, saying that I've got no business talking about weight loss because I had an eating disorder. And I just want to say that I don't have that eating disorder anymore. I can't even get my head into that space that I used to be in. I can't do it. I should be able to talk about weight loss and it be in a healthy way, and I'm eating over 2,000 calories a day now and working out 6 days a week. I feel great, I feel fit, my muscle mass has gone up. I'm actually caring less about my weight and more about how my clothes fit and my muscle mass. Muscle mass and bone density are so important, and particularly for us women, and I just want to make sure that I'm building on that. So I should be able to talk about this stuff and it not all be linked back to that. So I just wanted to say that, you know, because I know you were worried, and that's what I want to say is please don't be worried, because I was in a very different headspace back then and I'm not in that headspace now. And you know what? I got over that. I say got over it. I came through it in around 2013, 2012. So it's been years now that I've been clear of it. And if you are going through it, I would say to address the underlying cause, and then you will better be able to get through it. There's always an underlying cause. There's always something that triggers it. So I would say to try and figure out what that is and work on it. Even if you're watching this going, there is no underlying cause. There might not be. You know, there might not be, but sometimes it can stem from bad habits of, you know, wanting to lose weight, and then you become addicted to those feelings. But I think a lot of the time it can also be down to an actual problem. So that's kind of everything, actually. Oh my God, this video is quite long. I didn't mean for it to be that long. So this year is going much better. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more physically fit. We've got a couple of holidays planned and I've already been skiing, so I feel like I'm already sort of achieving those things. I did say I didn't want to do resolutions for the new year, and I didn't really, but I did have a few things on there, like I wanted to travel more, and we're doing that this year, and I've already been skiing, which was so much fun. So yeah, that's kind of everything. Just a bit of a general, really. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this, watching this. And I want to thank, like, as I say, thank you all for watching this. If you're still here right now watching, come back and join me for the next video on Sunday, and I will see you then.